Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share with you guys some of the books I'm going to be reading this summer. Some of you guys know that I'm starting uni in September, and so I just got my reading list and I have quite a bit to read. My goal, I'm going to say out loud so that I try and achieve it, is 8 books in 8 weeks. So through July and August I'm going to try and read a book a week to get through the core on the reading list and then some of the other bits just to really prepare myself for studying again. So I actually have a couple of books here that I'm going to show you that are on my reading list that I super kindly was given a few years ago when I did a part-time online course with this college. I was lent them and they've allowed me to keep them for this studying season too, so I'm really excited to get into those. And then my current pastor, is actually going to lend me some too, and then the rest of them I'll try and get affordably if I really need them. And then I have a stack of books that I bought after my birthday, and I kept meaning to show you guys and I forgot, but I bought a stack of books after my birthday to read. They're all different Christian books, but they're more like for leisure reading, so I'm going to show you those because this week and next week I'm going to be trying really hard to read those books before I get into the studying realm. I have another book that I want to show you guys because I think I'm going to do a series on here with it, and I also have some books that I want to quickly show you guys that I have read. So let me quickly tell you about these two. This is Emotions, Mirrors of the Heart, and this is We Died Before We Came. So Emotions, Mirrors of the Heart, I finished reading this last week and I've already told a couple people about it. It was just so good. I know that I'm not great with dealing with my emotions. I have a degree in psychology, so I'm really interested in how we cope with emotions. We all deal with it differently, and this book was so good. It kind of takes a take on the CBT method, and she has her own method where you focus on your heart and you actually bring your faith into it. So in terms of us changing, especially when we have negative emotions and we want to start to work towards making the right choices and having positive emotions, she takes it a step further than CBT to actually look at our heart and actually bring God into it, bring Jesus into it. And so I think that's amazing. So I really would recommend this book. Then this one I just finished reading this morning. We Died Before We Came is a true book. It's a story of a couple who, with their family, went to be missionaries from America to North Africa, and it's all about their story and how they faced a tragedy. She loses her husband while they're out as missionaries, and it's just their journey, and it's such an impactful book. They go to a country where it's really hard to be a Christian. Being Christian is not acceptable. The main religion is Islam, and so it just looks at how they kind of just loved on people, became a part of that community, how it challenged their ideas as American Christians, and I just found this book super challenging. It's called We Died Before We Came. It a lot talks about the fact that we need to die to ourselves and our selfish needs, and I was really hit with that and the way that I live my life and dying to myself, and also just the way that they so graciously and lovingly spent their time getting to know people as missionaries. They didn't just go in there trying to be Americanized. They tried to actually learn about the culture, and they see those people as their friends, their family, loved ones. And so it was such an incredible book to read, super challenging, and just shows us a lot about how we should live out our faith. And then this one, you guys have heard me talk about this a lot. I'm on my very last week of this and I'm so sad. I have loved this book. It's pretty much a devotional. You read it Monday to Friday and then you have the weekend kind of off. And I have loved it. I have learned so much about God. It has really impacted my prayer life and just my life. It's been such a blessing. I've just so enjoyed this book. I will 100% read it again. I really recommend it. If you want to get to know God's attributes more, if you want to just grow in your prayer life and just be, if you want to just be enriched, read this book. So good. I'm filming. My dad's peeking out and looking at me. Okay, so then I'm just going to quickly show you a couple of the theology books that I'm going to be reading. One of them is called Who Needs Theology, and another one that I've got that's on my reading list is Jesus, Humanity and the Trinity. There's also a couple more that I'm going to be reading, and so yeah, let me know if you're interested in the more study side of these things, because a lot of these books still impact me a lot in my personal walk with faith, as much as they're great study books. But yeah, I have these, and then my goal is to read eight books in 8 weeks. So pray for me that I have determination and perseverance, because if some of you guys saw my Instagram story over the weekend, I was leading a sermon and I just didn't put enough devotion into the preparation, and I was really challenged by God in my dreams and stuff. I was getting anxious that he was saying, do everything for me with your best, like I need you to give me your all, and it's after that I take over, and as long as you do your best, that's it. So I want to give it my all. I want to put my prayer life into action, and I want to read as much as I can and try my best and give it my 100% while I'm studying. And if I don't get an amazing grade, it doesn't matter. It's about how much effort I've put in and how much I've shown God that I'm doing this for him. So yeah, those are a few of the theology books that I'm going to be reading. I'm going to show you a different kind of book, which is the Bible. But this isn't just an ordinary Bible, this is huge. This is a verse mapping Bible in NIV. I am so stoked about this. It's first of all beautiful, and it's such a luxury for me to have purchased this. But I don't know if you can see because it's super sunny, but there is verse mapping pages in the Bible, and it helps you to do that verse mapping technique, and I just think this is so cool. I have a journaling Bible, but I don't have one that specifically is here to help you reflect in terms of verse mapping actually in your Bible. I think it's super creative, and so I think I'm going to do a series on my channel where I actually go through the Bible and go through those verse mappings and just have a really fun, beautiful, creative verse mapping journal. So let me know also if you want to see this. I'm thinking I might film this and hopefully have it out on Sunday as the very first I don't know what to call the series, but me doing like Bible study and actually talking to you guys, and we'll do it all in depth together. So I'm really, really excited about this. And then to finalise, I have a few books here, and I don't think I'm going to get through all of them in the next 2 weeks, but I thought I would show you them because these are some of the books. These are the rest of the books that I bought after my birthday. So one is by Nancy Guthrie, which is God Does His Best Work with Empty, and then I've also got another one by her, which is I'm Praying For You, and I think I'm definitely going to go for this one. This is all about just practical scripture for praying for people who are going through hard times. I know in my life there are lots of different people struggling with different things, and I want to be able to be equipped to pray for them in the right way and support them and encourage them. And this has a really cool thing where you actually write your prayer and then you can send it. They can actually see the actual prayers you're praying for them and know that you're actually praying, not just you're saying you're praying. And then to kind of go along with the God Works Best with Empty, I've also got one for trusting through the tears, and Broken Works Best. You kind of get the idea here that even that, like with all of these books, I'm talking about just going through hard times, going through struggles, you feeling broken, and how God uses that, because he definitely does his best work with us when we are humble and weak, and we are allowing him to change our lives. And so he often does his best work with us when we are broken and when we are vulnerable. Then I have this one, which I also think I'm going to try and read in the next couple of weeks, which is Growing in Gratitude. I have loved using Presently. It's an app that you put in what you're grateful for every day, and I'm just wanting to learn so much more about having a grateful attitude and just about having joy every single day in my life. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this. And then the final one that I want to read before the end of these 2 weeks is up is this one, Serving Without Sinking. And this is supposed to really bless you in terms of serving Christ and still keeping joy and keeping your head above water, and more than that, just actually serving, I think, without just struggling a lot. Sometimes we struggle when we serve a lot, we pour out too much of ourselves. There's so much to learn about the right way to serve God and the way that we should take care of ourselves while taking care of others. And so I'm really excited to read this. I know that when I bought this I was feeling super overwhelmed with all the tasks that are ahead of me. I know that's going to be hard for me to keep up with all the things I'm doing once I start studying, and so this is going to be a really good book to read, I'm hoping. I'll let you guys know how these different books go. Keep on me about the 8 books in 8 weeks, and I look forward to showing you guys the verse mapping one too. So yeah, let me know if any of these books interest you, what you're reading this summer. I have had some recommendations on past videos which I do want to read at some point, but I'm definitely going to be busy reading a lot of study books, but yeah, please let me know because I will keep a list and then eventually I'll get to them. Have a beautiful Wednesday and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye! I have a psychology background, so I'm really interested in how we cope.